Hello, my name is Ahdika Muniar. My student ID number F1D125029. Personally speaking, I definitely think that all high school students should wear school uniform because people will judge each other on their character rather than their clothing. I remember when I was in elementary school, we had to freedom to choose our own clothing. I always wore sweatpants because they were really comfortable. While almost everyone else in school wore jeans, other kids in the class might fun of my attire daily. On top of that, uniforms bring people closer together. For example, I live in Japan now, and high school students are required to wear school uniforms. It is easy for them to spot their friends on the train and look out for each other in case of dangers. This would not be possible if they wore plain clothes and blended it with the rest of the population. The reading passage announced a change to the school textbook policy. Students will now have to download e-books instead of buying paper books. The school is hoping this change will help reduce paper waste and make texts more affordable. The man in the conversations loved this idea. First of all, he explained that he discussed this in his environmental studies class. They included that the production of paper or book has a huge impact on the environment. By switching to digital materials, the universities can reduce its carbon footprint. Secondly, he mentioned that electronic readers are much cheaper in the long run. Students will only have to pay on-time fee about 300 upfront, which is much cheaper than buying individual textbook books that can cost hundreds of dollars each semester. According the According to the reading swarm, intelligence is a concept where insects of the same species combine and connect their thoughts. The hundreds of individuals can think and act as one. In the lecture, the professor delves deeper into this subject by explaining two examples. First, he describes how ants use this intelligence to gather food. On the group of ants will find a path to a food source and release pheromones to mark the trail. Other ants then follow this sense, creating an efficient path for the whole group. Secondly, he goes on to say that honeybees who use this type of intelligence. We are looking for a new hope. For instance, a queen bee might release pheromones that attract thousands of the bees. They come together to form a giant cluster or pin cone. Shape of the project protect the queen while the search for a permanent hive. The professor goes into a ton of detail about human aggression, which is defined as a behavior that causes a person to experience physiological or physical harm. The lecture described two main theories regarding this topic. The first theory is aggression is a product of evolution. Evolution in the past life was dangerous, so males would act aggressively to protect their mates and offspring. Women gravitate toward these aggressive men to ensure safety, and thus the state passes down the darkness. See Greece and say that the second theory is social learning theory, which proposes the purpose that aggression is learned behavior. For example, children observe violence at home, or the thought movies and video games are more likely to demonstrate aggressive behavior towards others because they mimic what they see in their environment.